Hi, I'm Rhonda Pick, Managing Editor of Pig Health Today. Joining me is Dr. Michael Pierdon. He is a swine veterinarian at Four Star Veterinarian Service. Thank you for joining us.
That's my pleasure. Thank you.
Raising pigs without antibiotics continues to garner more attention with producers. You've had quite a bit of experience in this area with your clients. Can you share with us a few insights you have as far as key factors to success?
You have to take a multifaceted approach to raising pigs without antibiotics, starting at the top of the pyramid and then all throughout the pig's life. So, primarily starting with good, healthy breeding stock to minimize the amount of endemic disease that comes with the pig. So you start with a healthy pig, and then following through on that advantage throughout their life to keep them free of disease and provide them the best environment and management that we can to reduce the risk of getting sick and to help give the pigs the ability to fight off minor health challenges on their own.
What are some instances where producer situations might not make them good candidates to go down this path?
Yeah, I think producers with high risk of disease introduction or large amounts of endemic disease already in their farms probably are not the right fit for antibiotic-free production. Systems that have endemic PRRS or PED virus are going to struggle in antibiotic-free production, and even farms or pig flows that exist in high dense areas where they're likely to have lateral disease introduction are also probably not the right candidates for antibiotic-free.
So I know in some of your previous discussions on this topic, you've talked about the importance or the benefit of if you're in an all-in, all-out flow. Why does that work particularly well?
Well, all in, all out gives you the ability to eradicate disease when it happens, right? Sometimes the animals, despite all our best efforts, will become sick. And when you have those barns all in, all out, you never have to have that disease for more than one group of pigs, assuming that it's not coming with the sourcing. And so farms that try and raise pigs without antibiotics in continuous flow situation succeed for a while, and then gradually as endemic disease begins to build, tend to struggle with it more.
What about considerations with the physical environment? So your barn design, what kind of things, what factor does doing good things there, as far as decreasing stress on the animals? Talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, barn design and environmental management are really important in antibiotic-free production. We spend a lot of time in those farms making sure the environment is correct, that the ventilation is good, and the temperature control and the feeding and watering systems. All those things contribute to animal health by increasing or decreasing stress, and the better we can do managing their environment, it really does help, especially with what I'd call the standard bacterial diseases, the streps and parasuis and pastorellas that are kind of always present and around in these pigs. If you can put them in the right environment, they have a lot better chance of resisting those challenges.
What about some ingredients for success when you're thinking about vaccination programs and maybe the importance of vaccination in general in that type of environment?
Yeah, if you're trying to raise pigs without antibiotics, then you need to at least consider vaccinating for disease challenges or pathogens that you're otherwise typically controlling with antibiotics. So, for instance, ileitis is a disease that can be controlled effectively through medication in the feed and commercial flows, but in antibiotic-free production, we really got to use vaccine for that to control it. And generally speaking, we probably use more vaccine technology in antibiotic-free production because that's one of the biggest tools in the toolbox. And without the ability to treat disease when it occurs, prevention is just a lot more important.
So when you have a client approach you when they're considering potentially going down this path, what's at the top of your checklist of things that you really want to hone in on with them as far as consideration sets?
Yeah, so a lot of clients do ask questions about it. They're exploring it. They're being approached by people who would like them to do it, and they see business opportunity there. So kind of the standard discussion is, First of all, just is your herd as it is today really good candidate? Meaning, what's your disease profile? And also, to the point about all-in, all-out production and stuff, what's the flow look like? Is your current pig farm setup and pig flow appropriate for antibiotic-free, or would you have to consider reworking that in order to really have good success? And then it's really making sure that the producers understand what the additional costs of antibiotic-free production will be. Often producers are asking about it because they've been offered more money for their pigs if they will create antibiotic-free pigs. But you have to make sure they understand that creating those pigs will also cost more money because there's more cost in vaccine, more cost in facilities, maybe some inefficiencies in flow or other demands nutritionally that are going to be required in order to create that pig. And so the premium that they thought they were going to get for that pig does not necessarily end up being the premium that's available at the end when they've covered those increased costs. So I like to talk through that with everyone.
And with your client base that has been going down this path for a while, are they staying profitable? Are they becoming profitable?
I think I see it two ways with my clients. And it kind of depends on the exact type of antibiotic-free production you're doing and what market you're actually filling there. Sometimes it's a way to make a little bit more money, and I would say it really is often just a little bit more money per pig. A lot of producers, at least that I work with, are doing it as much to find a niche that allows them to remain relevant in the modern industry. More so than trying to chase additional profit, I think, especially for smaller operations and owner-operators. This is a niche that they can get into that finds them a home in the modern industry because they're able to do something that's maybe a little more intensive than the bigger players.
And do you anticipate that trend going towards more growth in this area?
Yes, I would expect that there will be increasing demand for antibiotic-free production of all types, of what I would call conventional commodity ABF that's really just antibiotic-free and not really anything else. And then also what I'd call kind of like niche market antibiotic-free, which is antibiotic-free in addition to, certain housing restrictions or nutritional restrictions or management, additional management things that kind of create a more customized product, but a more expensive product as well.
If you had a crystal ball, you're looking into it, what do you see as future challenges that maybe we aren't considering right now that we will have to address in the future?
Well, as the demand for antibiotic-free production grows, and I think it will continue to grow, especially in the commodity space, increasingly big purchasers of commercial pork in the United States will want it to be produced without antibiotics. And as we transition more and more of our commercial industry today to that, we need to embrace and develop new technologies that will allow us to manage the health of the animals without antibiotics. If our goal is to produce a lot more pigs without antibiotics at all, we're going to need more technology to probably get that done, I would expect.